مس مس
مس
مس الو زياد.
ده انت دخلت بسرعة
الو.
ازاي؟ هو انا اللي بقعد كتير؟
يا ابني المس ما عندهاش مايك. بص المس ما فيش مايك. هي بتعمل ريكوردنج بس ما فيش حاجه. هو احنا عندنا انجلش؟ حد عارف احنا عندنا ايه انجلش ولا ايه؟
لا احنا عندنا سوشيال ستوديز. لا
ستاديز ايه يا جماعه؟
ساينس عندنا ساينس بعديها انجلش بعديها فرنش.
خلاص اهدى شلوك انت في ايه؟
ثانيه يا جماعه، النهارده الخميس عندنا ماشي، عندنا دلوقتي ساينس وبعديها انجلش.
بيقول I'm
المس
having a
بتقول
problem with my mic.
عارفين محدش يا جماعه، بس ايه اسكتوا يا جماعه اسكتوا. بالظبط.
I will start in a second.
اوكي سيزو افتح الكاميرا كده. افتح يا زيزو.
انتوا عايزين تشوفوا القطة يا جماعة ولا في ايه؟
هات القطة.
ايوه يا ريت يعني تورينا القطة.
ده مين اللي بيتكلم ده؟
تعال.
عمرو اكيد. عمرو صح. عمرو ده يعني بيتكلم
لا
كتير جدا.
ياسين
عمرو ده جامد. هو
مبو من ماي قليل هو فين؟
الو يا جماعة الو.
قليل ماي بيج دوج.
مين اللي بيضحك ده؟
بقول لك ايه يا قدي، هو يا جماعة هو ايه اللعبة اللي انتوا بتلعبوها؟ ايه اللعبة اللي انتوا بتقعدوا تلعبوها دي؟
امونج اس.
ايوه مش عارف اجيبها. ما ابقى ابعتها
يا
لي
جماعة.
يا قدي، ابعت لي اللينك.
ماشي.
انت قلت لينك وبرضه ايفون بيجيبها على الاب ستور.
حبيبي ما هو معاه ايفون
اصلا مهكر
دوس كده
اللعبه.
على حاجة بيجيب لك اللينك.
مهكر لعبه امونج اس.
يا عم
هي اصلا
ماشي خلاص نعمل لك
بدك
ايه؟
يعمل
هي اساسا
شيء.
ما بتتهكرش. مين بيقول يا جماعه اللي هي مش بتتهكر؟
لا ياسين السادات مهكر. عارف ايه؟ ياسين السادات
سابواي.
مهكر سابواي. اقسم
والله
بالله
عارف.
يا
انا
جماعه
مهكر بابجي، اخدت الرويال باس.
ما يهكر بقى بابجي.
هكرت بابجي اساسا وجبت الرويال باس.
واو اهو
مش
ده
كده؟
اهو ده. اقول لك حاجة بقى، واو جدا اكتر من واو بتاعته.
لا بيقول لك اللي هو هكر الريال باس وهو اساسا
لا ده
يعني
مش
في ليفل
انت بتخاف
نوبة.
مني من بابجي.
اقول لك انا مهكر
تعالى
ايه،
انا وانت بقى
اقول لك
ونشوف
انا
مين
مهكر ايه.
العبك كول اوف ديوتي يا حبيبي ولا العبك ايه؟
Hey guys,
اهو ده. انت عارف انا مهكر ايه؟
انا بكسبك يا حبيبي في رومات.
خش لي على كول اوف ديوتي.
مين
اهو
بيتكلم
ده
ده بقى؟
يسمعوني. اهو ده
guys, how are you all? Hope you are all fine. I'm sorry for the
بيجي انا
delay.
في ليفل عالي.
That's it. Muting you all. Okay, guys. So can you remind me what did we say we should do today?
about the organs,
بتعمل لي ايه؟
the system.
مس هو مفيش شيت.
We're
مفيش
supposed to
كده
do a work.
مس.
زيادة القطة يا زياد.
Let me share my screen. Guys, can you hear me well?
Yes.
Fine.
Yes يا مس. Yes.
Okay, so guys, today inshallah we will do a simple worksheet. Do you still have any questions about the systems, the digestive system, to be more specific? Guys, do you still have any questions about the digestive system?
بص هو حضرتك هتحلي انهي ورك شيت؟
Did we do this sheet together?
اللي هو ورك شيت 2.
Yes.
We do it together oral. عملناه oral يا مس. ما هو ساعتها كان في ناس معاهم الشيت وفي ناس لأ.
Guys, do you still have any questions about lesson 2? So we finished lesson 2. Well, we started in lesson 3 because we talked a little bit about the circulatory system and the respiratory system, right? Guys, are you with me?
Yes.
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 Miss.
Do you still have any questions about the digestive system?
No.
Easy.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Okay.
Very sure.
Reem, are you with us?
Yes.
Yes, Reem. Did you watch the online sessions?
I forgot.
You forgot to watch them. Okay, so you and you didn't try to understand the previous lessons. Reem, you need to watch them, okay? Try to watch them after today's sessions, okay?
Okay. مس الشاشة عمالة بتعمل يا مس بتحمل.
Still loading?
هاي مس.
لا مس احنا كلنا عندنا.
لا يا مس بقت كويسة خلاص شفتها. بيحمل.
Yes, guys, yeah.
شفتها أنا شفتها.
I'm telling you to give it time. Give it a little bit of time. Okay?
Okay.
So I'll see you inshallah next week.
مس الشير سكرين ما عادتش باينة.
ايوه.
Guys, will I see you next week inshallah?
ليه؟ اوكي.
The school is starting.
أخيرا يا مس هنروح الساينس لاب.
Yeah. Are you interested for that?
Yes.
بس هو امتى الساينس موديل حتى هناخده اونلاين والباقي هناخده فيزيكال؟
أيوة.
From grade 1. Guys, lesson.
يوم الأحد أونلاين.
Guys, your friend asking. Do not interrupt. From grade 1.
يا مس لو احنا أكتوبر 2 ولا 1 هنروح المدرسة.
Again, from grade 1 to grade 6, we'll have online sessions on Sunday.
أكتوبر 5. أكتوبر 5.
Let me talk about the circulatory system.
هو امتى الساينس لاب؟
We'll see when you come back here.
الاسبوع اللي جاي ولا الاسبوع اللي بعده؟
Guys, do you still have...
أكتوبر 5. 4.
Guys, did we start talking about the circulatory system?
No. Yes. No.
Okay.
Miss,
As you learn about the digestive system, guys, please try to be quiet now. I'll have to mute you all. Okay. So as we said, the circulatory system is the system responsible for transporting or moving the oxygen, nutrients, and wastes through your blood. So as the blood moves through our body or circulates the body, okay, it moves the oxygen, the nutrients, which is, what we get from the food, as we learned in the digestive system, and also the wastes through the blood. So blood is working as a transporting machine, carrying things to deliver it to different places. Okay? The circulatory system or the circulatory system is the system is made up of the heart that pumps. Okay? This is we can say the main organ, the blood, and the blood vessels. So again, the circulatory system. Yes, who's talking?
The screen was black for me, but it came back.
I can't hear you, sweetie. Can you raise your voice?
The screen was black, but خلاص يعني جت. Okay.
The what?
The screen, the share screen.
سكرين يا مس، سكرين سكرين.
Yes. Guys, give it time because sometimes it gets frozen and that's a big problem. But
يعني هي مس بتحمل، يعني ما تستعجلوش، هي بتحمل يعني.
yes.
صح يا
Just give it
مس؟
time, guys. Okay. And I'm sure that you and your brothers and sisters, your siblings, are using the same internet connection. So that would be a big problem. Okay. Okay. So as we said, the circulatory system is made up of the heart, blood, and blood vessels. Let's learn about each part. Okay. The heart is the one responsible for pumping the blood through the whole body. As you can see in this movement or in this moving picture, you can see that how the heart tries to push the blood through the whole body. Okay. This is the inside of the heart. It's made up of 4 chambers. Okay. In this movement is the one responsible for moving the blood through the whole body. Okay. Number two is the blood itself. Blood is part of the circulatory system. Yes. Guys, please do not talk without permission. If you want to ask something or say something, raise your hands. Okay. Okay. So as I was saying, the blood itself is made up of 4 parts: plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. Okay. So the blood itself is made up of 4 parts. If you looked in this picture in here, you will see that the blood itself looks like liquid, but not all the blood is liquid, by the way. It has a lot of, we can say, solid components. So the plasma is the only liquid part of the blood. It's called plasma because plasma actually means liquid, like cytoplasm. Remember when you say cytoplasm? It's the jelly-like liquid because plasma actually means liquid. Okay, so the plasma that makes up the blood is the liquid part of the blood, and it's the one responsible for transporting or carrying nutrients and wastes from one cell to another. Okay, so plasma again is the one responsible for carrying the nutrients and wastes through the cells. Number 2, or the second component of blood, is red blood cells. And I'm sure, guys, you hear these 3 words a lot, like red blood cells, white blood cells. Let's learn about the job of each one. Red blood cells is the one responsible for carrying the oxygen. That's why they look red. When they do not have oxygen, they become really dark red that sometimes people think they are blue color, but it's not blue. It's just really dark red. So the red blood cells, again, are the one responsible for carrying the oxygen through all our cells. Okay? Guys, do you have a problem till now?
No.
Reem, do you have a problem?
No, but I have a problem now.
Okay, so I hope you understand then. You don't have it. If you still have any questions, just raise your hand and ask.
No.
Okay?
Okay.
Okay. Number 3, which is the third component of the blood, is the white blood cells. The white blood cells are the one responsible for fighting infection, fighting disease or illness that we get. If we're having bacteria in our body, somehow the one responsible to fight this bacteria is the infection. If we get a virus or something, the one responsible for fighting these viruses is the white blood cells. So they help us to stay healthy, also help in recovering we can say the wounds if we cut ourselves, they help in fixing this cut. Okay, so we have white blood cells. You can remember them like the white coat of doctors. Yes, Tanahi.
Miss, هي الوايت بلاد سيلز هي المناعة.
Yes, the one responsible for protection. Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, thank you, Tanahi. Like if you have a lake of white blood cells, like less amount of white blood cells, your immunity system will be in danger. That's right, yes. Immunity system is the one responsible for immunity, That's right, Tanahi, yes. Okay, so if you have a problem with the white blood cells, that means that the immunity system will be so weak to protect you from other diseases or, you know, viruses, bacteria, or whatever. Okay? Okay, Tanahi? Okay, Tanahi?
Okay.
Okay. The fourth component of the blood are the blood platelets. And platelets are the part of the blood responsible for stopping or stop bleeding. When we cut ourselves, the blood keeps flowing out of our body, but then after certain amount or certain moments, it stops, right? The reason why blood stopped is because the platelets in the blood, okay? So again, blood is made up of 4 components: plasma, red blood cells, white blood cells, and platelets. If I wanted to say we need to fight infection, that means that the white blood cells will go and fight the infection. If I wanted to say we need more oxygen in this place, that means the red blood cells will carry the oxygen to a certain place where oxygen is needed. When I say the nutrients are moving through the blood after digestion, after we learned that the small intestine will absorb the nutrients our bodies need. So after that, the nutrients need to move to each cell inside our bodies, and that's where the plasma's job starts, carrying the nutrients through the whole body. The platelets, as we said, they stop the bleeding or stop the blood from flowing outside the body, okay? And it's very important because if we kept bleeding, that will, you know, cause death in some cases, okay? Guys, you still have any questions on this part?
No, thank you. No, miss.
The third part of the circulatory system are the blood vessels. And blood vessels are like pipelines, we can say like tunnels that the blood moves through. Okay, so they are like pipelines that allow the blood to move through them so it can carry its job. Okay? Even blood cells have different types. We have different types of blood cells through our bodies. We have arteries, we have capillaries, and veins. And I know that these expressions are a little bit, we can say, hard, but they are not actually that hard. With time, guys, with a lot of reading, you will be able to, you know, make it more easy for you, or easier for you guys, okay? So again, the blood vessels are made up of 3 parts: arteries, capillaries, and veins. Arteries, the red one in here, I hope you can see it, they are the one that carry blood away from the heart. So the heart pumps the blood through the arteries, and arteries allow the blood to move through them, okay? After the blood moves through the arteries, it will then move through smaller blood vessels that we call capillaries, okay? They are so small that cells move through them by single cells. Okay, you see guys, the artery in here, where the blood moves. I hope you can see it. And
Yes,
then
from the heart out the heart.
smaller capillaries, yes? Yes? Guys, what if you were saying something? Do you have a question? Okay, I'm gonna mute you now because I still can hear some of you guys mumbling. Okay, so as we said, the blood will move through the arteries into smaller blood vessels, tiny blood vessels that we call capillaries, and then the blood will move back to the heart by another type of blood vessels or larger type of blood vessels, which we call veins. Okay? Veins. Again, guys, the blood will be pumped from the heart through arteries. So arteries are the blood vessels that carry the blood away from the heart. And then the blood will move through smaller blood vessels that we call capillaries, move through cells, by the way. Then the blood that will carry the wastes and will be deoxygenated, which means it does not contain oxygen. That's why we can refer to it as a blue color, but in real life it's not blue, it's just really dark red. The deoxygenated blood, or the blood that doesn't carry oxygen, will move back to the heart. You will learn now why would the blood go back to the heart afterwards. Okay?
Okay.
You still have a problem at this point?
No.
No. Okay. This is another image that we can say makes it obvious. Why do we call it circulatory system or circulatory system? Why do we call it blood circulation? Because it moves in circles just without being
like a circle.
ending. So we cannot say that the blood circulation starts from the heart or starts from the lungs or starts from the nose or starts from wherever. We cannot say that because it's a circulation, like circle. It doesn't have a beginning or an ending. But we can make it easier, you know. Let me use my pen in here. We can say that it started from the lungs, just for you guys to understand more. So when we have lungs in here, we breathe in oxygen. You can see obviously that the circulatory system is so related to breathing system, or we can say respiratory system. So we can say that the circulation will start from here, okay, from the lung where we breathe in oxygen, and the red blood cells in the blood will carry the oxygen through the blood vessels. Okay, that's why it is red color, because now they carry oxygen from the lungs. The oxygenated blood will move back to the heart, as you can see, get inside the heart, and then will be pumped to the blood vessels. I hope you guys can see it. Let me use another ink.
Yes, miss, I can see it.
So as you can see in the yellow arrow, it will show you the direction of the blood. It will go inside the heart again, because now the heart will pump the blood through the whole body. Then after the blood gets inside the heart will pump it back to the blood vessels and through arteries, as you learned, through arteries to blood cells in here.
Miss, why it pump it again?
What?
Miss, why the heart pump the blood again?
I can't hear you. Can you get closer to the mic?
Miss, why the heart pump the blood again?
Because we needed to move faster. If we depended on the blood vessels, what will be the motivation for it to move? Like, how does the blood get the energy to move? It needs to be pushed. Because all this process happens when you breathe in and breathe out. Can you imagine how short time takes? Really tiny.
So, Miss, when the heart
Yes?
when the heart push,
when the heart push the blood, that means the air that comes from our nose or from our mouth.
You mean what?
The blood that the heart push, it is the air that we get it out from our mouth and our nose.
You get air out of your nose when you breathe out. This air was carried by, or the carbon dioxide in it was carried by the oxygen. Just give it time, you will understand now. Okay, just give me time, you will understand how we get carbon dioxide out from our bodies. Because now, in this image, the blood is carrying the oxygen only. Okay? It will now go to the cells, as we said. These are, are references to the body cells. When the blood goes to the body cells, it gives the cell the oxygen it needs and takes in the waste, which is carbon dioxide, which is
Carbon dioxide.
Yes, carbon dioxide. So it takes in the carbon dioxide, but now we need to get rid of the carbon dioxide because we do not need it. It's a waste. It's not good to stay in our body. Okay. So the cells, after it gives the blood the carbon dioxide, the blood will now move back to the heart. Okay. But now it's, as you can see, in blue color, because we refer to the deoxygenated blood, or the blood that doesn't contain oxygen, we refer it to as a blue color. Okay. Then, as we said, the deoxygenated blood will go back to the heart, where now the heart will pump it again. But this time, the heart will pump the blood to the lungs. As you can see here now, the deoxygenated blood went back to the lung because now we need to breathe it out. If you look closely, you'll find that. I hope you can see it, yeah.
Yes, miss.
Move to the lungs. Now we breathe out the carbon dioxide and then breathe in the oxygen, where the blood will carry the oxygen back to the heart and goes on. Can you see how it looks like a circle?
Yeah.
Yes.
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 Yes, Talahi.
These are the two lungs.
What, sweetie?
صح؟
I didn't
are
hear the
the
question.
two اللي على الجنب.
Yes, those two objects on the side, those are the lungs, yes.
Miss, I want to ask another question.
Yes?
Does this happen fast or slowly?
What do you think? It happens when you breathe in and out.
Fast?
Every
Less
time
than
you
a
breathe in
second.
oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide, and you breathe all the time, even when you are sleeping. Can you imagine that this happened just when you do breathing? Like, it just doesn't take
Less than a second.
seconds. It takes less than that. Okay?
Happens very fast.
Yes?
It happens very, very fast.
Yes, really, really fast. Faster than you can imagine. Okay, guys, this is the circulatory system. In this image, you will be able to see more of the circulation. I hope you can see the movement happening there. Can you see it?
Yes.
Yes. So now you can see how the blood moves through, from the lungs. In here, let me use another color. So how the blood moves from the lungs to the heart, and then the heart will pump it back, through body cells, where the blood gives oxygen to the cells and then take carbon dioxide. So the deoxygenated blood will go back to the heart, and then the heart will pump it back to the lungs, where we get rid of the carbon dioxide and then we breathe in again and whatever. Please stop showing on the screen. Yes, Amgad.
Miss, does all the body have the same blood?
I can't hear you.
No.
Guys, I didn't hear you, friend. Do not answer him. Huh? Yes, Amgad. What did you ask?
Does all the body have the same blood?
No, we don't have all the blood samples. Some people are A plus, the others are O. No, of course, it differs from one person to another.
No, in our body, the blood doesn't change or stays where it is.
You mean the blood drop? The function of the blood?
Like we don't get new blood, right? We don't get new blood.
We get new blood cells, yes. The new blood cells regenerate every few times. Yeah. It must happen. Even your skin cells regenerate about every night to make new cells. Yes, that's a must, because the old cells will be so exhausted to do so. Or maybe you had a problem or bleeding, maybe lost a lot of blood. How will your blood regenerate? It makes new blood cells. Okay? Okay. Guys, do you have any problem about this part?
مس يعني يا مس في ناس فعلا يا مس بيكونوا مثلا لو محتاجين دم او كده يا مس لازم بيعرفوا من الاو والاي والحاجات دي صح يا مس؟
Again, ask your question again.
يعني يا مس لو في ناس محتاجين دم بيعرف لو مثلا يعني حد عايز دم واخدين من حد.
Get closer to the microphone.
بياخدوا يا مس من حد يكون نفس يعني A أو B أو حاجات دي صح؟
Not only from the same sample يعني, but people مثلا with A plus can take from people that A negative.
بس المفروض يا مس يعني البلد لازم يعني يكون متعقم يعني ازاي يخش من الجسم حد تاني.
Yes, you do a lot of analysis for the blood. You're not supposed to do a blood transplanting or take blood from someone without analyzing it. You have to do a lot of analyzing for the blood because maybe
they do a lot of analysis
that will be transported by the blood. Okay, guys. Other two people raised their hand. We have Reem. Yes, Reem.
وبعدين يا مس هو الأزرق ده؟
The blue color here, حبيبتي, refers to the deoxygenated blood, as we said, or the blood that doesn't have oxygen in it. We refer to it as blue color. So the blood that doesn't have oxygen inside of it has carbon dioxide that we need to get rid of. That's why it goes back into the lungs. Okay, Reem?
okay
Hannah Sultan. Yes, Hannah, you raised your hand.
Miss Naha, how we get new blood? Like
How what?
how we get new blood?
The blood cells themselves regenerate. One cell will be 2 cells, and 2 cells will be 4 cells, and so on. So each cell regenerates by itself. I will make you watch a video right now. Okay? Yes, next time, inshallah, we'll continue on the respiratory system. Let me just stop sharing first and stop recording because now